open flame, turn me in the dark spiral, and you know how the game go. The style bender, the #1 contender, the one your friends told you stop sleeping on. I dealt with bad deals, bad debts, bad dice.
Okay, today I finally ran in the Saucony Endorphin Elite version 2. That's the title of a video that I made when I got these shoes off of the Suckwell app, and I had no idea that they had only 28 miles in them. That was what I put on the thumbnail, only 28 miles. Bro said it had only 28 miles. Then after the run online on the Suckwell app was my man Lan Lee selling this shoe, the Endorphin Elite version 2, but actually new. Okay, and I actually traded through in some cash, even though that video was called I finally tried the Endorphin Elite 2. This is like I actually finally tried the Endorphin Elite version 2, finally, because like I can't honestly say, hey Saucony, I tried your shoe. Not that Saucony watches this channel. Oh, all right, nice, 9.5, greater than the 9. Okay, so half sides up, that's my recommendation. You do whatever you want. The 9s were fine, they were a little tight, but 9.5, little sweet spot for me. I'm trying to keep moving here as I talk. I don't want to do one of those like movie things where I make you nauseous by doing this if you're watching it. So I'll quit spinning, but whew, feels like 20, not gonna complain. This is me not complaining about the weather to you, because I know if you're watching this and you live in the United States, you're probably, it's colder where you are. If I bitch about it, you'll be like, oh yeah, tried that, because I know. Okay, I'm a coach. I coach about 20 runners, most of them up north, Midwest, Iowa, Minnesota, put it in the bag, Kenosha, Canada, Detroit. I have a Discord server, we have a channel for winter running, and I see and I read what y'all have to run through. You run on the treadmill inside, I know, and I would too, okay? Because there's no way to even run in it. Like my guy Sam was trying to tell me what it was like to run in that, those sub temps with some wind, and it was like somebody trying to describe sex to me when I was a super virgin, because I have no frame of reference, no context for what he was describing to me. That was a really weird analogy. I hope my wife doesn't watch this. Sometimes she just checks in on the channel and I'm like, please don't. She's not a fan of the cringe. Okay, feeling underfoot for the new pair of Endorphin Elite V2s. It is just as bouncy as the pair that I got from Goodwill with, I don't know, 1 million miles on it. It's hard to, I can't feel the difference. Maybe I'll put both shoes on and we'll see. And that's good, because that speaks to the durability. I still don't know how many miles that other shoe actually has on it, but it feels really bouncy still. So it's good for Saucony. Now, Saucony, let's talk about Saucony, because they didn't send me these shoes. It's important to know the biases and the bias check, the history with it. I'm gonna tell you, Short King, cadence runner, that's who I am. The shoes I liked, I love the Endorphin speed. I'm not tied to any particular shoe company, whether they send me shoes, whether they don't send me shoes, it doesn't matter. I'm just a guy, I'm a Jagati, just a guy on the internet, just telling you how the shoe feels for me. This year I'm gonna be more mindful of who I think it would be good for. If it doesn't work for me, give a more well-rounded and balanced review. Endorphin Speed 1, that was my first race day shoe, and I absolutely loved it. This is an example, okay, an illustration. Endorphin Speed 3, meh. I prefer the Rebel V3, the Nova Blast 3, and I said so on the channel, so I keep it honest. Endorphin Elite version 1, we love that shoe. I want to say that I am rooting for every shoe that I buy or every shoe that I get. I want it to be good. Just like every movie that I watch, I want it to be good. I'm rooting for it. I don't go to pick a movie apart. I paid money. I want to be entertained. I want it to be good. The last few years, every shoe, just about every shoe, I purchase it, my own money. I want it to be good. I'm rooting for it. The reality is though, sometimes it's not a great shoe for me. It doesn't work. What I'm trying to do, and this is the other point I was trying to make, what I'm trying to do in 2026, ooh, okay. In a little brain freeze here. All right, you got ice cream on your head. That's what my kids used to say, they eat ice cream. You got ice cream on your head. All right, shoes. Last thing I want to say before I get into this run, because I need to start running to warm up. In 2026, I'm going to be offering more balanced shoe reviews than I have before. Before it was just like, hey, this is my experience in the shoe. Then I post it, then everyone, not everyone, some people slide into the comments, bro, you're wrong. I know, I'm not saying that my experience is your experience or everyone's experience in the shoe. I'm just sharing my experience. And I want to be more considerate. This is who I think it would be good for. And an example of this, I have an illustration. I have an example. I grabbed the shoe. It's the Brooks Glycerin Max V2. Now, I don't want to go off for too long on the shoe, but just give me a few minutes of your time. I'm going to use this as an example of what I mean. If you bought the Glycerin Max version 1 and you didn't know anything about the version 2, you didn't watch my review, you wanted to review anyone's review on the internet, Kafuzi, and you just bought this shoe, 98% of you not gonna like this shoe, and 2% of you, because there's always a few, are still gonna really like this shoe because it's not as soft as the V1. You're not gonna get the same experience underfoot. And my man, Machines of Mayhem, I'm gonna put his channel below. Please like, subscribe. My man just crossed 1,000 subscribers, especially if you're a bigger runner. He's a bigger runner, he runs in the shoes. He said, why would I pay $200 for this shoe? Because you walk into Academy, it's $200. Dick's $200. You go in $200. Why would you pay for it? Because if you're a heel striker, okay, the foam, it's firmer. It doesn't feel the same. And he has a point to that. All right. Sad dad life. Okay, elite dad. Not a sub-elite runner, not an elite runner. Not a sub-elite dad either. I'm an elite dad. Force, all right. Taking care of some business. Now I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna get on this run. All right, it's too cold to be sitting out here talking about shoes in my driveway as a grown man. It's hard to follow up the goated shoe like the Glycerin Max 1 with the Glycerin Max version 2 if the Glycerin Max version 2 isn't also goated, which it's not, but it's still a really good shoe. So the point I was trying to make is if you didn't watch any shoe reviews, 98% of you not gonna like this shoe, 2% of you might like the shoe. If you watch all the reviews, 80% of you still are gonna like this shoe. It is not heel striker friendly. It's very niche. It's like with the geometry of the shoe and the firmness of the foam, I feel like it fits a very particular type of foot strike. Also the type of run that it's good for. I'd say like maybe 15-20% of the people who watched the reviews will actually get along with this shoe. I feel like the Evo SL, Super Blast 2, it's a combination of that. But we'll review this shoe in depth later. I just want to say that like that's an example of me, like when Joanna says he likes it, Kafuzi says he likes it, I say I like it. Not just trying to be hipster or whatever, but saying like, hey, you probably won't like it, even though I like it. The odds are against you. But if you like the Evo SL, the Super Blast 2, you have the same foot strike as me, then you may like it, all right? So anyway, all right, let's get to this run. All right, the run is complete. 13 miles, 13.12, because you have to. You got to round up to the half marathon distance. 10 pickups, the Endorphin Elite V2. How did it do? I think this shoe is a stride shoe. It's got a lot of bounce and energy return. It does, even though it's soft when you walk around in it, it does firm up a little bit as you put power down. I think it's best at marathon and threshold efforts. Put a little bit extra oomph for the 10K efforts, and it was still nice, but it's, you know, you got to put the power down to get the energy return. So it's not just gonna snap with an aggressive toe off and help propel you forward, but it's still nice. I mean, it sounds picky, but this is one of the best shoes of the year for sure. Then I did a few 8K, 6K, 5K. I was just squeezing it down towards the last few reps, and the last rep I did at mile Oh my God. It's 5-minute pace. I did 1 minute, 5-minute pace. I don't know how. I'm gonna try to do that 4 more times. It just seems like a lot of suffering I'm not ready for yet. Anyway, the shoe responded really well. So it's just airtime. It's launching, it's stride. Feels good. That's my official first take on the shoe that we did not get from Goodwill. Okay, thanks for watching.